So, what will our world actually look like in 2041? I mean, not in some distant sci fi fantasy, but in our lifetimes. That's the huge question at the heart of the book AI 2041 by AI expert Kai-Fu Lee and author Chen-Chu Fan. Think of it less as a prediction and more like a roadmap to a future that's right around the corner.
And it all really boils down to this one question that, let's be honest, everyone is asking. Is AI going to save us or is it going to replace us? Will it solve our biggest problems or just make our worst flaws even worse? That tension right there is the engine that drives the whole book. So how do you make the future of AI feel, real? Well, the author's approach is just brilliant. Each chapter kicks off with a short story, a little glimpse into what life could be like in 2041. And then, once you're hooked, the expert analysis kicks in, breaking down the real technology that makes the story plausible. It's this powerful 1-2 punch. First you feel the future, then you actually understand it.
And this is the key. These aren't just wild fantasies. The authors call them plausible futures for a very good reason. Every single piece of tech you read about is based on something that's already being developed today. So this isn't about flying cars or laser guns. It's about hitting fast forward for 20 years to see the world we are actively, right now, in the process of building.
Okay, but the book does not pull its punches. It treats AI as a true double-edged sword. So first, let's look at the warnings, the sharp edge of that sword, and explore the futures where this incredible technology goes terribly, terribly wrong. Let's take the story The Golden Elephant, which is set in Mumbai. It paints this picture of a world where AI-driven social scoring gets tangled up with the existing caste system. Now, the AI is used for everything from finding a partner to getting a job, but instead of making things fairer, it just digitizes and reinforces centuries of prejudice. And this gets to the book's most critical warning. AI is not neutral. Not at all. It's a mirror. It learns from the data we feed it. And if that data is full of our own historical injustices and biases, the AI won't just learn them. It'll amplify them with a terrifying kind of efficiency and scale. You start to see a pattern here, right? The book takes these huge, abstract threats that we're all worried about, job loss, killer robots, deepfakes, and it makes them deeply personal. Through these stories, we're not just reading about job displacement, we're meeting the actual driver who lost his livelihood. We're not just debating autonomous weapons, we're seeing the horrifying fallout firsthand. And the potential scale of this disruption is, well, it's breathtaking. The book projects that AI could automate up to 50%, half of all jobs that exist today. And not in 100 years, but within the next 2 decades. Just let that sink in. That's not a small change. That is a fundamental rewiring of our entire society. But, and this is a huge but, after laying out all of these really stark warnings, the book makes a crucial pivot. It argues that for every single one of these threats, there is an equal and opposite promise. The very same forces that could lead to massive job displacement could also unlock what they call job reallocation. The path to inequality could just as easily lead us to a new era of plenitude. So let's explore that promise. The book is just as focused on exploring the optimistic path, a future where AI becomes a tool to solve our biggest challenges and unlock an era of unbelievable prosperity, a future the authors call plenitude. So what happens to those millions of displaced workers? Well, a story called Job Savior imagines this fascinating solution: job reallocation. In this future, AI doesn't just take your job and say, good luck. It becomes your ultimate career coach, analyzing your unique skills and your passions to guide you toward a brand new, more human-centric career. And what do these new careers even look like? The book points to a huge shift towards roles that are uniquely human, jobs that are all about empathy, like caregiving and teaching, jobs built on pure ingenuity, like the creative arts, and, of course, entirely new roles that depend on a seamless collaboration between people and machines. And this all leads to the book's most audacious promise: plenitude. It's this vision of a post-scarcity world where AI-driven productivity is so immense it can provide for everyone's basic needs. I mean, imagine a world freed from all that rote labor, where we can redefine our lives around purpose, human connection, and creativity. So, you've got the warning and you've got the promise. a dystopia of total control, or a utopia of plenty. The central message of AI 2041 is that neither path is guaranteed. Technology is not destiny. The future we get depends entirely on the choices we make, starting right now, about how we build and govern this powerful tool.
And this, right here, shows the race we're in. The pace of technology is exploding. It's moving at an exponential rate. But our ability to regulate it, our laws, our ethics, our social norms, that's moving at a human, linear pace. This gap, the one between technology and regulation, is the single most important challenge we face. Closing it is the critical work of our generation.
But the book doesn't just leave us with the problem. It offers a practical toolkit for building a better future. It proposes concrete steps, like auditing algorithms for bias, totally rethinking education to blend technology with the humanities, forging global treaties on dangerous AI, and building new economic safety nets to help all of us navigate this massive transition.
Ultimately, the book brings it all back to this deeply hopeful and human idea. Because even as AI learns to write code or compose music, it's only ever remixing the data we gave it. True, messy human creativity, the kind that's born from lived experience, from love and from loss, that remains our unique signature. And that leaves us with a final, empowering choice. The technology of 2041 is being built in labs as we speak. That part is coming, for sure. But the society of 2041, that is not written. The future isn't something that just happens to us. It's a story we are all writing together, starting today. So, what will we choose?